Everyone has a bright light inside of them that deserves to be seen by the world. That's why it's time to shine the light on the extraordinary who are accomplishing phenomenal things. This is the Shine Out Loud Show with Lillian Obogo.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever in the world you are, and welcome to another episode of the Shine Out Loud Show with me, Lillian Obogo. Now, I have one of my favorite people I have met this year. This woman is a screenwriter, a visual director, a production manager. She makes my Instagram do amazing things because she has taken over my social media to help me craft a brand that says, this is who I am. She has been my right-hand woman helping me with my social media, but she doesn't do it just for me. She makes sure that every brand tells a story in an authentic way. I am talking about the fantastic Namita Kabilas. Namita, welcome to the show.
Hi, Lillian. Hi, it's a pleasure. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for joining us today. Yes. And I'm excited because we get to do what we do when we are not online. We get to talk. And I want to know more about your story. And so today we're going into and out of all that you do. So for people that don't know you, you're director of your own marketing agency, you're a screenwriter, and you're the founder of Femme, which is the Female Entrepreneurs Mauritius Community. So here's my first question. How do you manage your time with everything you do? Because you have a vast array of many hats. How do you find time for balance?
Balance. Okay, so I just divide my day into sections, really. I spend the most of my day, my marketing agency's the main role, so I dedicate most of my days with the marketing agency, and then spend another fraction of the day working on looking after my online community, my writers community. So the members of my writers community, they consist of filmmakers, screenwriters. So I'm consistent with so I look after my members and my community there on my Twitter community. And I also spend some time just like an hour a day or 45 minutes to an hour a day working on the femme, on the female entrepreneurs Mauritius community. It's all about balance, and you must also have time for breaks as well.
Okay.
To really help charge yourself up. So what gets me going is, it's just all about finding a decent amount of time for each aspect of your business. For each aspect of my business, I spend a good amount of time on to make sure all is progressing forward, rather than just spending less time on one thing and another. So, and it's also down to routine as well. You need to get yourself into a good, healthy routine.
Okay.
So includes early mornings. I like waking up in the early mornings, so it gets my day going. I start my day sooner. I start off with my marketing agency for most of the day, and then we get into the evenings. Then I spend like an hour or so on my writers community, where I engage with my members as well as focus on the female entrepreneurs community. So it's just it's just building that routine, really.
Okay, all right, that's great. So your routine and being able to carve out time for each aspect of your business. So like I said, you have different aspects. You're a project videographer, production director, screenwriter, and a writer's mentor. So how did you find yourself mentoring other film writers?
How do I mentor? So it's a long story. So how I built the mentoring all starts starts from my filmmaker's career. So the writing aspect. So it all started from my experience, really, as a screenwriter. I didn't have to do I had a degree in film, yes, but the majority of my break took part from rooted from experience. So my screenwriter's profile started from experience when I was writing my first feature film.
Okay.
It's a romantic, yeah, it's a romantic comedy, a modern rom-com, and based on Real Beauty. The context is Real Beauty. It's a film. I'm doing a film in aid of healthy self-esteem to girls and young women. So when I was writing this script back in 2012, uh, yeah, so I was actually, yeah, so when I was writing the script, I shared my experiences to my online community on Twitter, on my Twitter feed. So yeah, I was building a presence, a writer's presence, very much. So I shared my
Okay.
experiences. I shared my life at my writer's desk. I also shared such tips and inspirations that I've picked up from that I've learned whilst writing my screenplay. So I shared the tips with on my social feeds, on my Twitter community. And yeah, all these tips were very much liked by screenwriters, filmmakers, directors, producers, even novelists as well, and script magazines. So yeah, and I got a lot of compliments as well. So that, the words from others, the support from others also got me going to just, yeah, build this writer's hub, writer's presence, and things took off from there.
Okay.
So keeping my audience regularly updated. So it's because I've built this consistent online presence that built my reputation, built my image as a professional writer. And I learnt a lot as well as a screenwriter, simply from my own experiences, and I also self-taught myself the craft. So yeah, my profile built from there, and I got requests. I got requests from filmmakers and screenwriters if I do script consulting, um, as well as getting offers for me to like review their scripts as well.
Okay.
So that was a doorway for me.
Okay,
That
so
was
the
a doorway for
doorway
me.
was, you were building this brand, you were sharing your story of what you experienced as a screenwriter, your tips that you found that were helping you craft, and then you started getting people coming to you saying, "Hey, could you consult on my script? Could you provide me some tips? Could you mentor me?" So that was the opening for that.
Huh?
Um, and was
Yeah.
that the segue that led you to actually starting your marketing agency?
No, okay. So the writers part is a separate part of my career. The marketing agency took all rooted from my experience working as a production manager.
Okay.
So so this is another side of what I do as well. So by day I'm a marketing agency. So it all started from yeah, whilst during my studies at university, I worked as a production manager for various production houses and stations. I worked at TV station at my university. I worked for various production houses as a production manager and a production coordinator, producing all types of reality programs, adverts, films, trailers, um, and yeah, I've gained a lot of good experience and met lots of talented crew as well, and uh, and then from there I thought instead of looking for my next production opportunity, instead of looking for other film production opportunities out there, film and TV production opportunities out there, I'd rather create my own opportunity. So this is where I decided, yeah, I want to create my own opportunity. I set up my own business, my own videographer business.
Okay.
So I started out as a bespoke videographer. So whilst I was a bespoke videographer, I grew businesses with all kinds of videos. So whether it's promotional videos, trailers, films, online courses, events filming, anything video wise. I grew all types of businesses with all kinds of videos according to the nature of their businesses. So that went very well. So I did the planning, the scheduling, the filming, and editing and distribution of client videos. And as part of the distribution process, I was distributing clients' videos on their social media pages.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was very much creating, helping other businesses create the right online presence with video on their social media.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, it went brilliant actually, and I got requests to do social media management, social campaigns, So yeah, and then from there, this is where the marketing aspect came in.
Came in.
So that was also a doorway for me, you know. So this is how I evolved from a videographer into a fully integrated marketing agency. So I grow all types of businesses with online campaigns. So whether it's video campaigns, social media, websites, content writing. So it's an all-in-one
Okay.
hub, really. So I'm all about, yeah,
Okay. So
yeah. So
I love that because everything seems to be a segue into almost the next phase of you. And eventually you've come into this area of
yeah,
visual branding and helping other brands create a very strong visual brand.
yeah,
So we know branding is important. We know having a video presence is important. But what are the keys that
yeah.
brands need to do? What are the keys that we have to have in place as we start out to be successful marketing our brands?
Yeah. So when it comes to marketing a brand, so you've definitely got to have the right online presence, and as part of building your online presence, you've got to know your audience, know your audience very well, because the more you know your audience, the more accurate your content will be to their
Hmm.
needs, to their desires, to their wants. So that when audiences see their content, they can easily relate to your brand and they will want to buy into you. So know your audience. Um, Another key thing for effective branding and marketing, and yeah, when it comes to building a successful online presence, is to have the right look. So today, the world is visual and attention spans are very short. People you got to get people's attention in seconds. So you as a business, so your online presence, your web, not just your websites, but also your social media, it is the shop window of your brand. Yeah.
Right.
You got to give people a striking look, a nice, clean, professional striking look so that people can remember you by. But also
Yes.
that also defines you. Yeah. So, and it's good because the more professional you look, the more people, the more people will take you seriously as well. So having the right look is key. The right color schemes, the right styles, the right fonts, visuals as well. So you really got to create a nice cohesive brand that people will remember you by as well. You've really got to caught their eye. So
Okay.
if you want customers, yes, if you want people to take you seriously, have the right look.
Okay. So you talk
And then
about.
last,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah,
And
I was going
lastly,
to say
you were
the
supposed.
last point is, yeah, it is to be consistent. You need to be consistent. Like if you're doing social media, you have to be consistent. Like to posting, post at least twice a day, so that just also raises your accessibility to your networks, and yeah, and then plus your audience. Audiences today, if you post. So some people check their social media in the mornings only, and then some people check their social media in the evenings. So if you create a good balance, be accessible to your audience in the morning and the evenings. You really are, increasing your exposure and increasing your likeliness for more positive engagements as well. So you've got to work around your audience by being consistent.
Okay. So consistency, striking the right balance, ensuring that your brand is actually very reflective of who you are and your true personality, and so those keys are actually quite important because we need to really be able to stand up and show up because like you said there's so many
Yeah,
platforms, so many videos, and that's one of the ways to stand out. you know there
yeah.
used to be this saying about there's no such thing as bad publicity, but in our social
Okay.
media driven world, is this still true
Uh-huh.
from your perspective?
Bad publicity. It depends what is it you're showing. When you create your online presence, it's all about presenting yourself in the best way possible. Um, I don't believe in bad publicity, really. If you want to sell yourself, you sell yourself in the right, effective way. Bring out your unique value as well, like more like who you are, what you do, what's your purpose. Yeah, never forget your purpose because that's going to define you, and
Right.
then your value. So really outline your unique value. Like, why should people come to you and not others out there? rare, yeah. So you've got to know your unique value and your audience as well, which is key. Um, so yeah, I don't very much believe in that publicity. It's all down to you, what you post out there, very much.
Okay, so we're talking about building those brands. We're talking about creating those visual
Yeah.
opportunities. So, what is it that we're
hmm
missing when we're reaching out to our audiences on social media that will help us build the most engaged connections, not just number followers?
Okay, it's easy. It's just conversation. So you need to be proactive, work around your audience, and create good conversation around you. So it's not just like so. If you, when you're building a successful presence for your business, don't just look at the number of followers and likes. It's more to do with engagements, building positive engagements. Which means reaching out there to connections who are in your niche, who you can work with. Never be afraid to drop a message to them. See how you like what you can do together. Yeah. Um, you know, if it's somebody you like to work with, just give them a compliment about their presence. What do you like about them? I'd like to find out more how well. I would like to find out much more. Let's have a chat. See what we can do together. And you can also have a little introduction about yourself. See what we can do together.
Okay.
So never be afraid to direct message people. Get involved in conversations as well. Start conversations. If you're using Twitter, Twitter's a great platform to start conversations and tag people in. And same thing with Instagram as well. You can tag people who you like to connect with or people in your community. You will get, you also raises your chances for more fruitful engagements. Online networking, I say it's key. So it's not just about, likes and follows, it's not very much the numbers, it's more to do with the quality. No matter do with your online, no matter what you do with your online presence, whether you made engagements, you made great content, you're consistent. What matters the most is you pick up a nice handful of good quality contacts who can move you forward. It's not a numbers game.
Okay.
I know there's businesses out there who think, oh no, if they get 100 followers a day, it's a success, but it's not realistic. It's not that way. You've got to really work well. It's a gradual process, but a fruitful one as well.
Okay.
So quality over quantity is key.
Okay, so definitely quality over quantity. And if we want to ensure that we are building that quality connection, exactly like you said, our online networking needs to be on point as well. So,
Absolutely, yeah.
okay, so we're talking about visual branding, we're talking about having these profiles on these platforms, but if we look out there with people losing their social media accounts to hackers, missteps, and what have you, what else do you recommend business owners do to still build a visual brand?
A visual brand. So, you've got obviously social media is the most obvious option because nowadays everybody's doing business social and they're using social media to access their news, get their tips, inspirations, and even do business. So as well as social media, you also have your website.
Mm-hmm.
So your website is also a good shop window for your brand. Make sure your website's simple and down to the point, and also has to look good as well, like your branding colors, your design styles, what mood is it that you want to create for your audience. Yeah. So a nice, clean, structured website also helps with the right look. So color schemes, fonts, styling, and a call to action as well on your pages. Selling yourself effectively. So you have websites too. As part of branding, think about if you're doing any print-based media, think about business cards. Your business cards, if you're doing flyers, everything has to go according to your look.
Mm-hmm.
So you have this cohesive brand. So you have your websites, your print-based media, your social media. It has to be the same throughout, so that people will easily remember you.
Okay.
As well, yeah.
Okay. So as much as using our social media platforms are really important, and you said the other way to protect, because we all know that people can be at the risk, we are at the mercy of the platforms, is not to neglect having our own websites and actually having our content on our websites as well, because that way it's essentially ours. We can ensure it lasts, and then we can actually build connections
Oh,
through our websites as well.
oh, yes. And there's one more thing I've missed is video. Video is an absolute essential as well to for you to convey your messages to your audience in seconds. So nowadays, in this digital age, we don't have time to read blocks of text now. Everything is all visual. Everything's down to video. Even websites now, if you see a website with text and video, people will more likely go to the video because it's quick and easy and straight to the point. And it's more personalized as well.
Mm-hmm.
People want to see and hear from you. It gives them, video gives a much more a personalized human feel to your presence. People will really get to know who you are as a brand, as an entrepreneur, and they're more convinced to buy into you when they see you on video, and you capture their senses. So
Okay.
you build a much more fuller, convincing picture of who you are and what you do when you have a good video presence.
Okay.
Whether it's promotional videos or online courses, yeah, it builds a much more fuller image.
Right. And you mentioned something about building a great call to action. So
Yeah.
how can we create a great call to action, let's say using Instagram as our platform, without coming across over salesy, but it inspires people to take steps?
Yeah, so yeah, that's the thing. The call to action, you've got to be as subtle as well. If you're selling your service and your product, you've got to be as subtle as possible. So what I would do is, if remember, if you creating the right online presence, yeah, try not to direct sell too much. Why not instead just educate, inform, inspire audiences instead. Don't sell. So when you inspire your audience, think about what value could you give to your audience, a tip of the day, a thought of the day. And then the call to action would be, if they want to, the simple call to action would be at the end of your posting, if they want to find out more about, like say for me, I would do like a simple tip on how you can build an effective online presence. A little inspirational tip, and if people want to find out more about growing their businesses forward, taking their business forward to the next level, they can simply connect with me drop me a direct message, or contact me on my website, and let's talk. Just a simple call to action. Or another one, if I want to grow my community, I would just create a call to action, showcasing my online community, my Instagram pages, my Twitter pages, and creating that call to action to join in the community by giving us a follow. So yeah, without having to direct sell my strategy sessions. For instance, I like to create a nice, subtle tip of the day, thought of the day. And if they want to connect, they can just, direct message me, rather than just showcasing all these sessions and campaign creation, content creation.
Okay.
So
So you're saying you can drive call to action, but it needs to be one that is thought out. You need to have not just say, here, buy this, but you need to create a story around it. And that story could be actually sharing a message, sharing a story, sharing something that impacts them. So it's not just saying buy, but is here's what's in it for you first, and then buy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Or let's connect and talk. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is this kind of leaning that, okay, visual branding is really for the extroverts and people who are comfortable being on camera, that it's not for the introvert. What would you say Would you say this to be true?
Um, oh well, if somebody's an introvert, they're not comfortable on camera. What to do if they're not
Yes.
comfortable on camera?
Yeah,
Right.
so is visual branding just for the extrovert?
No, it's not. Introvert, like visual branding is well, visual branding. It's defined in many forms. It's not just about video. It's all about websites, social media, um, you know, as well as print-based media. But for the introvert, they can, yeah, it's all about communicating in different means as well. Like, for example, blogging, um, going social. But even introverts, like for them, if they're not comfortable with video, then you've got the power of using different forms. Like, yeah, I do encourage introverts to use social media um, as their way of increasing their contacts and even networking as well, networking online networking, um, because that's also a great way for them to grow their grow their own tribe and raise the accessibility of their services um, as well. But video, well, if they're not comfortable with video, what they can do is it all starts from home. Really, you don't need to go straight into doing a professional video. It just starts from the convenience of your phone. You know, once, yeah, I was very shy about going in front of camera.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something, but you have to face the limelight, especially if you're a business leader. But once I was very shy, and yeah, no, I didn't. I was working around a way which I can go without videos, setting my online presence without videos. It really does make a difference. But I just made the step and just test, just try a few little clips on my phone. But yeah, and yeah, I didn't like myself at first. My voice, I didn't like hearing my voice and everything. But the more I hear myself and the more I do more of these videos, I get more comfortable.
Okay.
And yeah, and it made a huge difference, the video presence as well. It really created much more engagements. It boosted my credibility and it created a much more fuller picture of my brand. So if you're an if you're not too keen, like if you're an introvert, then yeah, never be afraid to go in front of the camera. But to just start from your phone or a tablet and just experiment very much. And yeah, and also as well as videos, do experiment with visuals, use graphics, create social postings as well, as ways to build up own on your profile. So
Okay.
yeah,
So invariably, what you're saying is anyone can actually build a visual brand. It doesn't matter if they're
yeah,
extroverts or introverts, but if you're introverted, the first thing you should do is consider using visuals to help you start building a community first and foremost before you start with videos. And it could be, baby steps in terms of what you were saying is take the baby steps, do the graphics, record a couple of videos on your phone first and just keep, I think the word you used was keep at it, and it was the perseverance to actually get comfortable with
yeah.
being online.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's right. The more you do it, that you will want to do more of it going on video. It's a fun experience as well. Um, so it's more like practice. The more you do practice, the more you do it, the more fluent you'll be, as well. So I would strongly recommend every entrepreneur out there to build a strong video presence, because without video presence, as well as having a social presence, you will be missing out on a lot of doors of opportunities and money as well. For instance, video courses are amazing. They're a great way of making passive income as well and growing another branch to your services. So yeah, never underestimate what video can do for you. You
Okay.
can even build if you do business just in London, you can have a global client base with by having a series of video courses. So it's a great investment, and you'll get a return on investment as well. Um, so yeah, yeah, that's one of the great ones, the videos. Um, and another thing as well would be, if is blogging or vlogging,
Okay.
um, is creating a nice consistent presence. Yes. So for introverts you know, who still not keen on building building themselves on video, well, they can also create very short, sharp blogs. But beware, if you're creating blogs, try not to go too long, because a lot of people nowadays, they don't have time to read 1,000 or 2,000 word blog posts. I would say just keep it to short, like 500 words.
Okay. So
Yeah.
500 words, and I think what I like is how you're extending what we can do with videos, where it's not just for our social media consumption. We can create courses, and we can actually
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
move that along. And so you are somebody that has multiple brands within your brand. So you have multiple businesses within your brand. So how can
Uh-huh.
someone? What is the importance of adaptability in our branding as entrepreneurs?
So what's the adapt?
What's
Okay.
the
Yeah.
importance of adaptability?
Uh, yeah. Well, I would say it's. You mean like in all situations, very, very much.
Well, in the situation that where we can
Yeah.
actually um, keep adapting and growing and evolving our brand, how important is that, and what do we need
Oh, okay.
to actually keep that so that we're constantly refreshing and having this growing brand?
Oh, okay. Um, so yeah, no, if you while evolving, it's all part of an entrepreneur's journey as well. So when you're evolving, yes, this may also include like changes to your services, even your look as well, your branding. Um, so yeah, to ensure like adaptability. It's very much like build like having the building the right look as well. Like how do you see you got to project yourself, like how you see your brand as well in a couple of years time, like how you got to have the vision in mind where you see yourself and how you want things to look um, um, as you develop. Um, so okay, yeah,
Okay, all right.
I think
So
how
ba-
yeah.
so basically, the evolution needs to be constant, and we need to find ways of continually improving and changing the brand as we develop ourselves.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's right. So, we're all a learning, like a work in progress, and nothing is set in stone. Whatever it is you set out, whatever services you set for yourself from day one, when you set your business, it's not going to set in stone for years to come. When you work with a number of clients, and when you do when you work with a number of clients, you will learn a number of lessons, and when you grow your networks as well, you'll have new experiences and learn further lessons, and these will also help. And then along the way, you'll have further doors of growth as well,
Hmm.
which will lead you to, come up with ideas for another product or services, or a way to upgrade your services. So, when you get a door, like when people ask you, for instance, like if you can do a, a certain service that you haven't done before, but you can do it, don't be afraid to say, that's an opportunity. I would say, just do. I would say yes. Just you know, take the opportunity, and then you find ways to work it out how you can deliver, and that's also a lesson for you. Um,
Okay.
so, and it's a great way for you to upgrade. So yeah, so you are a work in progress, and it's a journey as well. Um, so yeah, when you see opportunity, just take it. When you see a space for you to grow,
Mm-hmm.
just just work at it very much. And yeah, and this is how you grow. This is how your business just gets bigger and bigger when we evolve and when we upgrade our services, when we find come across doors of opportunity to expand. Then yeah, we shouldn't ignore it.
Okay. Now, you talk about writing films not because you want to, but you say you do
Uh-huh.
it as a way to project your desired message on society and life. And so
Yeah.
here's my question: how does being a woman of color shape your message?
Um. How? Well, well,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I'll let you. Okay. Well, for me, it's it's all like freedom of yeah, it's all down to like having my freedom of voice out there. Um, very much. I'm all in for like freedom of voice and supporting one another and um, but yeah, I have well, if I've got something to say, if there's a message out there I want to say, I say it in my writing. I say it with the script that I've created, the projects that I do to communicate to my audience, as a way to communicate to my audience. Um, yeah, that's one way I just let out my messages really through the stories I write.
okay.
Uh,
So the stories help you tell your own picture of the world, and looking at everything you do, looking at helping how you use your stories to craft a vision,
yeah.
is where did femme fit in, which is the business
Okay.
community that you created in Mauritius?
Okay. So, fam, it all started. So yeah, this was during my entrepreneurial journey as a marketing agency. So, as a marketing agency, I built successful, profitable businesses. I help entrepreneurs build successful, profitable businesses and engaging brands with an online presence. Um, so with Fem, it all started. Yeah, whilst on my entrepreneurial journey, like I had so as a marketing agency, I just simply love building successful, engaging businesses. I like seeing my clients grow. Um, and yeah, and it's amazing. Like the clients I work with for my agency, their businesses all started uh, from their passion, and they turned it into something big and profitable as well. And that actually sparked me to do something else. What good? I've always wanted to do a good cause as well. Um, and so I had this in mind. And yeah, and in the situation in Mauritius today, a lot of women now. When it's in Mauritius, all the women in particular, they get married very young and have kids, and then career wise, it's limited what they can do in terms of opportunities. So, and on my trips to Mauritius, I've seen lots of women. They're talented, they're very smart. I've seen them create. They can cook such great food, and they can paint. They they can they dance. Why don't you turn this amazing talent into something big and profitable?
Right.
So this is where my idea for creating the community came in, helping these talented women in Mauritius, help them create a business and life that they love through the power of entrepreneurship, turning their talents into something big and profitable, so that they can get more independence, increase their wealth, gain more freedom, and make more money as well. give them more opportunities. So this is the purpose of the group. And I'm building this online community right now, and it's growing. It's growing. We've got 30 ladies in. It's still growing. So I'm at the stage right now of I've already been to Mauritius and I've met the members so far.
Okay.
And it's amazing. It's talent. It's wonderful. There, I've met psychologists. I've met writers. I even met very brand new entrepreneurs as well, and they want to take their businesses up the next level. But yeah, hearing their stories is just amazing to see how talented they are, and they can go so far with what they do. And seeing all these women also, they're very much happy to be part of the community, and it just pushed my drive even more to make it big. So yeah, it's a work in progress at the moment. The group is only it's only 5 months old now,
Okay.
and it's still growing. So what I'm doing now, I'm at the stage of developing the marketing strategy for the community.
Okay.
So I'm going to be doing so from the new year I'm going to be doing weekly live videos. So each live video is based on an aspect on how to build a successful, profitable business, how to build an engaging brand, how to turn your passions into its profits. So such consistent, regular tips, inspirations, and online gatherings we'll do as well, so
Right.
that we're all connected. We're all supporting
Okay.
each other.
Great. And that's really
Because-
powerful, because I think that we need more of that, not just for women in Mauritius, but I think more connected communities like that, getting women to actually be in the same space, same mindset, and start building and crafting out their businesses from that supported place. Now, based
Yes.
on what you've been doing with the network, based on what you've seen, supporting other businesses, what are the
Yeah.
top two tips women need to become more resilient?
Oh, okay. Well, I would say use your voice. Yeah. If use your voice. If you've got something to say and your talent, whatever your talent is, no, don't hide it. Yeah. Just express it in every form possible.
Okay.
Yeah. Get yourself noticed. Get yourself noticed out there, whether it's offline or online. I strongly recommend both. Build build your voice both online and offline. Yeah, grow your communities, and don't be afraid to project your voice to the mass. Really,
Okay.
because who knows what will come to you. Yeah. Um. So yeah, that's the first one. And yeah, and the second one is is yeah is to always think how how talented you are as well. Like after what look back at what you've done.
Okay.
Look at your purpose. Like look at what you've done. Never underestimate how. Yeah, just really look at yourself. Look at all the good aspects of yourself. How talented you are, and see how um, what you do, your strengths and talents, how that can take you far. Yeah, look at possibilities. Surround yourself with possibilities around what you can do.
Okay.
As
So
well.
Namita, I like that, especially the part of using our voice, and I think there's something about
Yeah.
being able to actually open up and ask for help, and that is a very powerful thing when you can actually verbalize that you need the support, the mentorship to actually grow your business, or actually just asking for
Yeah.
help when you're not doing so good. And I think that's quite powerful to be able to say, to actually ask for what you want. And I think that
Yeah.
idea of being able to look back and say, look at how far I've come, because sometimes we look and we're always looking from the perspective of, oh my God, I still have so far to go. I haven't accomplished X, Y, and Z. But I think there's that power, like you said, in stopping and taking stock and saying, I've come this far. Look at how amazing it is. And I think that's really, really powerful advice.
That's it, yeah. And know your why as well, you know. Why have you come this far? Why have you started? Yeah. And see how, never just look at your talents and strengths and just, see. Because when you look at your strengths, you look at how powerful you really are. So never underestimate yourself.
Yeah, and that's absolutely that's crucial, and I think that's one of the things that actually takes us out is when we start underestimating ourselves and actually comparing our abilities next to somebody else's.
Yeah.
So,
no, never. It's not a comparison game, so never do that ever.
Yeah.
It's your progress, your own journey as well. Our journeys are different from everyone else's. Why compare?
Mm-hmm. I absolutely agree. So, Namita, we've come to that point in the show where we talk about our So Loud moment for the week, where we get to celebrate a person, a thing. It actually could be a community. It could be something that is personal to you. What are you celebrating this week, and what is your So Loud moment of the week?
Well, what am I celebrating this week? Well, I'm going to celebrate something. I'll celebrate something. And I've come to a stage where I've got new plans for 2020.
Okay.
I've now branching further, from marketing agency as well I'm now going into brand coaching as well as being a marketing agency. So brand coaching very much is, so it's not just content creation, but it's more to do with helping you create an engaging, successful brand.
Right.
So that you have more, so that you have the side opportunities, clients, and help you reach your profit goals step by step along the way. So it includes everything. It's not just about video and social media, but it's more like helping you create the right website, helping you network, like what sort of events you can to go to find the right people, how to network effectively, how to get calls booked in, how to get clients, and as well as the online presence. So it's everything. I actually have 2 clients for the new year. So for the brand coaching, so that's another branch that's in the loop now.
Okay, I mean that's another evolution to your business. So you're evolved and opened up another door. So let's give a huge round of applause to establishing the brand coaching part of your business.
Yeah. So that's my Thank you so much. You're so much. Yeah. So that's my moment of celebration.
Yeah, that is actually worthy of celebrating. So anyone listening, how can they contact you?
Okay, so if you want to find out more about me and how I can move your business forward to the next level, you can contact me on www.namitakabilas.com, or follow me on Instagram at Namita Kabilas and drop me a direct message, or you can tweet me at Namita Kabilas, and we can connect and have a chat. I look forward to hearing from you all. So yeah. Or you can add me on LinkedIn at Namita Kabilas.
So you are basically on all the social media channels. They can reach out to you. They can come to you on your website, which is just your first name, your last name.com and www dots. So reach out to Namita if you want to talk about building a powerful visual brand for your company, and if you want to talk about even your screenwriting or creating something around that aspect. Namita, it's been fun having you on the show.
Oh, thank you, Lillian. No, it's been, I had a nice moment here. And, it's been a great pleasure. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
You are so welcome. Guys, you know what to do. Have a listen and look around and see what Namita's been doing and look at her stuff. And we're going to find out more about her in the coming months and in 2020 with all the evolution that is coming up with her business. So, you know what to do. If you like this episode, if you want to find more about our show, go onto our website, which is www.shineoutloud.tv. Look for us on social media. But before you do all of that, join me again in saying a huge, huge thank you to our incredible guest tonight, Namita. Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Lillian.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, guys.
It's a pleasure. Bye.
You're so welcome. All right, guys. It's a wrap, and we are out till next week. Thank you.
You've been listening to The Shine Out Loud Show. If you want to connect with us or let us know what you thought of today's show, be sure to follow us on Twitter @Shine Out Show.